Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Force here with some more StarCraft 2 commentary, and also, as promised, today we will be taking a look at a Terran versus Terran. Recently I did mention in one of my StarCraft 2 commentaries that I was going to start throwing some more mirror matchups in the mix and just see how reception was, if people enjoyed it, and if it's something that anyone actually wants to see. So we're going to be starting off today with a Terran versus Terran matchup, TSL Polt versus Dragon here on the map Antigua Shipyard. Of course, feel free to let me know what you guys think of the game and mirror matchups in general in the comment section below, and I'll use that information to decide if I'm going to continue doing mirror matchups in the future. The biggest thing for me is just to make sure that my audience, you guys, actually enjoys this content, because if you don't, well, then I just won't do it. Alright guys, so again, this is going to be a mirror matchup, Terran versus Terran, a Dragon versus Polt here on the map Antigua Shipyard. Starting off over here in the lower left-hand spawn position, we have got our red Terran player, TSL Polt. Polt took first place at the MSI Pro Cup number 11. This was last month in June of 2012. Also last month took second place at the IGN Pro League Season 5 International Qualifier. His opponent over here in the upper right hand spawn position is the blue Terran player Dragon. Dragon took first place at the ESL EU Go4 SC2 Cup number 195, and this was in May of 2012, and that is actually the only major StarCraft 2 tournament information that I have for him. Let's jump right into the game though. Starting off, both players a little bit of a varying build here. We are seeing this of course, just this racks early on from Polt, no refineries, whereas Dragon over here does have his refinery now up and running, so he'll be getting out of factory much sooner than Polt. And I'll be interested to see if we're going to be seeing a quick expansion build here from Polt. He did also finish the wall off there slightly by building that supply depot momentarily, then stopped building it and moved out with his SCV Scout. Unfortunately though, as early as he is moving out with this SCV Scout, he won't be able to get much intel from Dragon, as Dragon himself has also finished this wall off. And now here comes that first Marine, and might actually get the kill. A little bit of stutter step action, very close, but Polt manages to get away with the SCV, and there you have it. No idea what that says. Please feel free to let me know in the comments below. It looks like that's actually just a link to either the site hosting the replay or something along those lines. That's just going to be my assumption there, seeing matchday.cc. It is a fast expansion here from Polt, so a 1 racks into expand from him. Now finally coming out with that refinery. Again, as a result, he will have that delayed factory. This is going to allow Dragon to potentially do a bit of damage early on. Now, where is that factory being built? There it is, being built right in the lower left-hand corner. And it's sort of a hidden position, and this will make it so that if you get kind of a center base scan from Polt on Dragon's base, it'll make it much less likely for him to actually scout that out. We may even also see the liftoff and landing of the factory in the low ground to get some Hellions on the map a bit quicker and pushing out towards the middle. Let's see what he decides to do with that factory, though. Yeah, he's going to keep it right up there in the main base, go straight for the tech lab, and here comes the starport. So it looks like, oh boy, look at this, some early aggression is what we'll be seeing here from Dragon. Now we do have the command center building, and that is just about near finished. 2 more barracks coming out over here for Polt, so early on he will just be relying on Marines. Back over here for Dragon. Is this going to be used for the hot swap, or do we see Blue Flame Hellions in the near future? Of course, a Blue Flame Hellion medevac drop is potential, but as we are seeing this continued delay here, it looks like it will in fact be some Banshee play here from Dragon. There's the liftoff of the factory, switching it up with the starport, and here come the Banshees. So no expansion planned in the immediate future here for Dragon. Also coming out with a reactor on this barracks, allowing for those double Marine productions. And the first Banshee now in the works. So Dragon playing off of 1 base, plan to be aggressive, and in the most general of terms here, looking at this situation, we have got Polt, going for that econ focus. If he can protect himself and maintain this economy, then he's going to have a distinct advantage. However, this is a tremendous opportunity now. While Polt doesn't really have a lot for Dragon to really do some work, he does also have that cloak research coming through here, making things a little bit more difficult for Polt, and of course is going to force his hand into placing down some scans. He is also coming out with an engineering bay right now, building right over here in the lower left-hand corner of that main base. So once that is finished, he will be able to get some turrets down. And let's take a look here. I do wonder. See, so there you go. You can see that scan completely missed the starport hidden in that lower left-hand position. Again, very good hiding spot for that center base scan from your opponent. Here comes that first Banshee now moving in towards the main. He's going to be dealing with a lot of Marines though, and the turret placement already begins. Now on the fringe of the base here, lots of opportunity for harass for Dragon as these supply depots are unprotected. Dragon's going to continue to do some work. He's got 1 kill so far, also softened up another one of those Marines with those combat shields though early on, making those Marines a little bit more durable against that Banshee fire. Dragon now swinging back around. And again, he does have the opportunity to do some damage and take out those depots there, but looks like he is instead going to be focusing on some more high priority targets. This attachment certainly being one of them. Get that stim pack research coming out. If he can stop and even just delay that, puts him in a great position. About to get sandwiched by Marines. There's a scan and the first Banshee taken out after only doing 200, actually only doing 100 resources worth of damage there. Really unfortunate. Only killed off 2 Marines with that first one. Second Banshee doing a little bit more work right now. He's got 4 kills already. And a few more Marines. Now again, that Banshee does have a range advantage over the Marine. That is something that's important to keep in mind. So with some proper micro, you're actually able to do some significant damage. Dragon now transferring into an expansion himself, also switching up into that Marine tank composition. Banshee over here still continuing to try to do damage. Polt really just focused on defending right now. Doesn't really have much else in mind at the moment. He's just going to defend, continue to take advantage. Right now, he does have that economic lead. He's got a very, very strong and saturated natural expansion, as opposed to Dragon now just starting his. 5 kills so far. Continue to try to work down that depot. Marines push forward, nearly take out the Banshee. That's going to force him likely all the way back to get a repair. And actually, here come the SCVs moving across the map. Also at the same time, Dragon moving to the center of the map here with his Marines and tanks. Dragon almost finished siege tech right now. Whereas Polt, more focusing, instead of going up into the mech style build with those siege tanks, he is instead focusing 100% on bio, a lot more mobile. We got those Marauders leading the way. No stim pack yet though. Gonna be forced back. Once that stim pack comes out, he does actually have an opportunity to try to rush and charge those tanks when they are in siege. For Dragon now placing them a wee bit closer. Vision to the high ground granted from those Banshees. It's going to allow him to start shelling out there on the bunker. SCV's coming up, getting that repair down. More and more siege tanks moving forward. Here comes the contain attempt, but SCVs and stimmed up bio moving down. Is it enough? That's a question. Taking significant splash damage. Still has a little bit left there. And Dragon still with 1 siege tank and a few Marines. Also the Banshees now moving up in the main, starting to try to take out those reactors. Siege tank coming right on the edge of the base there. It's going to allow him to shell out on these. And does a lot of damage, but he lost both Banshees. Forcing Dragon to scan the high ground just to make sure that he didn't lose vision and get all of this taken out from those Marines that were on the high ground there for Polt. And is that going to be enough to force a Dragon back right now? Let's take a look here at the resources lost. Polt is quite a bit behind. Actually, almost 1,000 resources behind right now. I guess we could just say 700 because that's basically how far behind he is. So 700 resources behind right now is where we're seeing Polt sitting. And he has also lost a few SCVs, I believe. Yeah, Dragon killing off now 18 SCVs so far this game. Polt is moving out for a counterattack, it looks like. First, checking the center of the map here with this stimmed up Marine. Just wants to see where, if anywhere, the army of Dragon is. Now, Dragon's army has moved back to his main. He is concerned about the possibility of a drop. Got a few turrets coming out. Siege tank with, you can see that wide range of protection here that he has of this main base. I mean, he's pretty much got it entirely covered. That's just a beautiful placement job by Dragon. Polt is, however, moving towards the front here of the natural expansion. We have a couple of bunkers. One bunker, a couple of tanks protecting there. Now, these are going to get shelled out pretty much immediately, again, because of that tank placement. Let's see if Polt can deal with that tank quickly before it takes too much damage to his bio. Turrets actually starting to take out those medevacs. Finally has taken out the tank. Also coming now, Dragon. Oh, gets it scanned, but it doesn't look like it's enough. Polt is forced to lift off and pull back. Oh, almost loses the medevac. Filled with bio there. Managed to pull back just in the nick of time. That didn't look like that went too well for Polt. Let's take another look at the resources lost. He is still behind. And Actually, a little bit closer, though, than where he was before. He was 700 behind last time. Now he's only about 600. Actually, I guess he's still as close to 700. I mean, is it really that big of a difference? The exact numbers, no. But my concern is that it didn't look like he really did a lot there. Didn't seem to do a lot and just lost pretty much a bulk of the army that he pushed out with. Now, he still does have this over here. Marine tank, a few more medevacs out as well. Taking a look at the production tab. Both players coming out with an armory right now. Going to allow them to start getting continued upgrades for the bio. Of course, also upgrades just directly from the armory for his mech. Another push for Polt. Polt also now taking a third base. Now we do have this third command center now turning into an orbital command for Dragon as well. So he is going to be pretty much on par with getting this third base up, just a little bit behind. Sensor tower allowing Dragon to see any continued pushes or drops from right over here. I mean, you take a look at that. He's actually going to spot this Marine, even although that's not much. And pretty sure he can tell that that's not even... Yeah, so just a patrolling Marine over there, not a big deal. We do have Polt pushing forward and checking now this third base position with the Marine. He's going to be spotting the building refineries. This tells him, of course, that there is an expansion coming here. So at least he knows now. Tanks sieged up down over here in the low ground. However, we have got the entire army of Polt over here. Sets up his siege tanks in a great position. A little bit closer would be even better here. Putting them like right about here. Lets them cover pretty much that entire ramp and is going to delay this expansion now. Whereas Polt does have his third up and running. Dragon appears to be just avoiding this army now and moving out instead with a counterattack, which will be scouted out by Polt. Polt has control of the center of the map. Dragon needs to be careful here. Does he know that Polt's army? Okay, now he knows that Polt's army is right there. Can defend himself just in case there was a quick surge push towards the middle by Polt. Polt scans the center of the map, spots a Dragon's entire force there. And let's take a look here at the army size as well. Polt's having a little bit of an advantage right now in terms of his army size. However, that doesn't, make it possible to kind of walk into the siege line like that. Dragon would absolutely decimate Polt's forces if he attempted to just walk towards that while they were sieged up. Unsiege would be the best time to hit, of course, but obviously we're going to assume Dragon's going to prevent that from happening if at all possible, as long as he maintains eyes here on Polt's forces. Now Polt setting up on the low ground. Time for the standoff here between tanks and Marines, and he is just going to bypass and walk his way now straight towards the natural expansion, the natural third rather, of Dragon. Continuous scans here from both sides, spotting each other's armies, checking forward positions. Here's the stimmed up bio, and here comes the base trade. Dragon now moving out as well. The stimmed up Marines quickly take out the third. Just be careful here. Walks into the siege line. Loses one tank without doing much. Continued push here from Polt. Now we do have tanks on the high ground, which are helping a lot. Medevac's going to grant vision here, allow him to take that out. Get a couple of Marines moving forward. Dragon realizing that he was not in the position to take that and was about to get completely overwhelmed after losing his tanks there on the high ground. There's still so much stimmed up bio there. And again, there's lots and lots of tanks about to shell out tremendous amounts of damage. He just did not have a strong enough force moving out with his counterattack, and that forced the GG. And there you go, guys. Mirror matchup between Polt and Dragon. Alright, my friends, thanks so much for watching here today. Again, it was a mirror matchup between Polt and Dragon, a Terran versus Terran. I want to thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you did enjoy this commentary. Please, again, let me know in the comments section below what you think. If you want me to continue to do mirror matchups, if you'd rather just see opposite races. It does appear like that is what most people are interested in, but if people want to see more mirrors, then I will be happy to show more mirrors. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Stay tuned in the future for more SC2 commentary, gaming news, and all sorts of great stuff here on the channel. Thanks again. Keep watching and keep owning.